Lieutenant, you copy? This is Founders Actual. Good work, son. Your convoy's almost arrived at our base. Base, sir? Established a new one to support your activities in the area. Where do you think those supply transports I sent you came from?
That is good news, sir. Thank you.
I'm expecting good things from this op, Lieutenant, once our techs have collated the data you've recovered. Meet me at the base, and we'll talk about what happens next.
Something weird here. Actual said the Founders couldn't help in the Fort Worth assault, but now they've already established a base camp here?
Got a feeling he's not here to help, just to make sure he gets whatever else we can find for him.
I'd hate that to be true. Surely we're all supposed to be on the same side.
We got freed prisoners wanting to join up and get some payback on the Wireheads.
Lieutenant, we received a message from movement forces. They've established a base 60 clicks west of Fort Worth, at Highway 20.
The movement are here too? How did that happen?
I've been keeping them updated on what we're doing, sir. Figured it never hurts to have some other friendlies to give us backup.
Giving privileged intel to civilians? Isn't that against Founder Reg, Sergeant?
Guess I've been hanging about too much with a troublemaker, sir.
It was good thinking, Mason. There's a lot of good people in the movement.
Meaning they ain't so many in the Founders?
Lieutenant Church, good to see you in one piece, son.
Thank you, sir.
Excellent work collecting that enemy data. Now let's see what the techs have managed to pull from it.
We've done a first pass through it, and already found disturbing intel about Legion conducting experiments on its prisoners.
What kind of experiments?
Psychological tests, observational studies. It wants to know about us, sir. About how we think and behave.
And it was doing these experiments at the base where Lieutenant Church liberated those prisoners?
Yes, sir. And at other sites. Although the main one seems to be at the Mount Taylor landfill.
We know why they were doing these psych experiments?
We do. And here comes the disturbing part. Legion is developing its next gen of troop models. One line of research is infiltrator cyborgs, designed to pass for human, and infiltrate survivor groups.
Pass for human? How?
Psychologically, by being programmed with the data collected from these tests, so that they behave like us. Physically, by being covered in living tissue, so that they look, smell, and feel human.
Living tissue? Those skin bodies we found in Oklahoma. Oh God. Wait, you said that was just one line of research?
To create a different kind of cyborg. One that is basically organic, but augmented by technology. Faster and stronger than normal humans, and totally controllable.
These research programs, where are they and how far along are they?
They're both nearing final completion, sir. And they're both at a Legion facility in Galveston.
That's all I need to know. We need to get in there and get that augmented soldier tech for our own people.
Legion knows we have this data now. It'll probably have foreseen this move.
So it could destroy the facility rather than let us get the augmentation tech.
It could, but both these programs have been significant resource burns. Legion has too much invested in these programs to want to lose or abandon them so late in the day. My best guess is that it will now try and accelerate them to completion, and defend the Galveston facility to the max.
So us now having this information has maybe just increased the odds against us. I need to think about this. Dismissed, Lieutenant. I'll let you know when I've reached a decision.
Get your transport here and I can load them up with some units of supplies, okay? So what's it gonna be? Extra vehicles, upgrades to vehicles, or equipment you already have? Or just some more supplies?
Give me more vehicles. I got losses to replace.
Here's your vehicle bay authorization. I can give you an Abrams, a Bradley, an M109 howitzer, and I'll even throw in a supply truck and a fuel tanker. Sound good?
Sure does.
That's it. Tell Founder Actual I did as instructed.
Got it.
Good to see you, Lieutenant. Pleased to report that Major Stevens has given a full report of what happened at Haven, and all charges against you have been dropped.
And Captain Blair?
Went AWOL. As soon as he heard you'd rescued Stevens. Pursuit squad found his burned-out Humvee, but no corpse. Chances are he ran into a Wireheads patrol and was captured.
No one deserves that. Not even Blair.
Any word from Actual? You know what he wants to happen now?
We've got intel about a vital Legion research facility at Galveston. and that most of the remaining Legion prisoners are at the Mount Taylor landfill. He's weighing up our options.
Mount Taylor? We traced the Wirehead's unit that probably captured Blair is coming from there. Maybe we should take a closer look at the place.
To rescue Blair?
Rescue him, and then bring him back for court-martial and punishment. You know how it works, Lieutenant. Fail the Founders, and we don't forget it.
Alex, good to see you. Can't thank you enough for getting me and those others out of that Legion hellhole.
Just doing my duty, sir. Especially after what you did at Haven. You saved us all.
Speaking of Haven, you heard what happened to Blair.
Yes, sir. Went AWOL to escape charges, and probably captured by Legion and taken to its Mount Taylor facility.
Listen, son, I can't order you to do this, but I want you to go there and get him out of that place.
You want me to rescue Captain Blair?
I know what he did, but I've been a prisoner of Legion, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. Not even a coward like Blair. And he won't be the only one in there. I want all the prisoners there found and freed.
There's Rangers already on the way. Won't they free the other prisoners?
Rangers are fine soldiers, but they're Founders through and through. And Founders only care about following orders. Their orders will be to bring back Blair and no one else. Besides, you think they want to be slowed down by having to take care of a bunch of civilians?
Can't argue with that, sir. Even at your Fort Worth rescue, I was told to abandon anyone still left in there.
The war we're in needs to be won. Sometimes I think the Founders' way of fighting it isn't the best one.
I want to go to Mount Taylor, sir. But with the charges against me dropped, I'm under the chain of command again. I can't take T-Force anywhere without orders from Founder Command.
You can't take the Founder squads in your force. But you can if it's just the movement units, mercenaries, and any other non-Founder troops under your command. Take just them, and say you're just conducting a light recon mission on my orders.
Great idea, sir. I'll do that.
Leave all your Founder units and equipment here with me, except maybe your light Humvees. At any time, if you really need them, contact me, and I'll return the whole of T-Force to your command.
Yes, sir. Passing command of all my Founder units and equipment to you.
I'll take good care of them, Lieutenant, until you need them back. No one's noticed what we're doing. Might be safe to risk giving you the rest of your force back.
Let's not risk it. I could get this done with the units I already have.
Glad to hear it. Best not to risk getting put on charges again.
Hey, Troublemaker's back. Commander's waiting to see you.
Sure feels good to be serving alongside a rock star like yourself, sir.
Mason! Troublemaker! Am I glad to see you guys?
Lucia, you made it out of Chihuahua? We thought everyone there was gone.
Anyone could survive a nuke strike, it'll be her.
Always told you guys I had skills. I heard Mason's signal, was close enough, and figured I'd come see you. You got anything interesting going on?
Interesting? Wait till you hear about this.
Great. So which target are you going to go for first?
We don't know. Command's still deciding, and now that we're officially Founders again, we have to wait for orders. You operating in this area now?
Keeping an eye on those integrator freaks. now that the cartel are out of the picture.
Sounds like bad news for the integrators.
They're not Legion allies, like the cartel. But let's just say we're not big fans of them having slaves. And the way they love using Legion tech is kinda worrying.
Movement's going to war with the integrators?
Not if we can help it, when the real enemy's always Legion. But I might have found another way.
Uh-oh. I seen that look in her eyes before.
See, I noticed that Legion scout units never go near the main integrator settlement. They just go right around it, almost like they don't know it's there. Know why? Because the integrators have got something that makes the whole place a giant blind spot for Legion scanners.
A blind spot? Wait, that's exactly what we need to get within attack range of the base at Galveston.
Then let's help each other out. We get in there, steal their scanner jammer, and let Legion come and deal with the place when it suddenly appears on their screens.
That isn't the only integrator settlement out there. They'll still survive.
Yeah, but it's the central one, and the biggest. With it gone, they'll be nowhere near the threat that they are now.
Works for me.
Hold up, sir. We're founders again, remember? Can't just go with the plan of every crazy lady civilian we meet. We gotta kick this up the chain of command and let them decide.
Shit, Mason's right. But I've got direct access to Actual now. Let me talk to him and get his okay on this.
Commander, Kondo's gone.
What? Gone where?
He was keeping away from us since we got here, and then he just vanished.
Guy never seemed like he was playing with a full deck of cards.
He helped us in the past. We owe him. Start looking for him, and check his place to see if he left anything there.
Sir, we found the note at his place. Read this.
Lieutenant Church, I apologize in advance for any trouble I am causing you. I got access to the Fort Worth data and found out from it about Legion's Mount Taylor facility where most of its prisoners are taken. I found evidence in the files that my wife, if she is still alive, may be among those held at this facility. I'm now going there to find her. I understand that you will be angry at me for this. However, I realize that if I asked permission to go, you would forbid it, believing it to be suicide. You would probably be correct. But I must try. I'm fully equipped and have found a partner to help me. I'm sure you will follow me because you are a good man. I'll try to scout out some info by the time you arrive and we'll share it. If I am still alive, of course. In case we do not meet again, I wish you the best of fortune. Lieutenant Church.
He's crazy.
He wants his wife back. Can't blame him for that.
Hey, it's the troublemaker.
Who's in command here? Jessica Kidd? I need to talk to her.
She's at the new Tortuga base. Defending it's a priority after what happened at Chihuahua.
I hear that. Some bad shit happened there.
Well, okay. So take me to the commander here.
Lieutenant Church, you remember me? We fought together destroying those convoys near Santa Fe. What brings you here?
I remember. Good to see you again. We're here on our way to Mount Taylor. There's a Legion facility there, where they've been conducting experiments on prisoners.
Shit, that explains our recon patrols that have gone missing out there. We've never had the strength to go in force to find out what's there.
Well, that's where we're going. If your people are still alive, get them out.
I'd give you any help I can, but we're already stretched thin here with most of our strength massing at New Tortuga.
Appreciate it, but we can handle it. If we need backup, I'll call you.
Hey, I got one thing you could have. Some deactivated Legion platforms that we took off the cartel.
You think we can use them to infiltrate the base? Risky if Legion detects they're not part of its network. We'll go with our plan, but it's worth remembering you have them.
Okay. Whatever else we can spare here, it's yours. I'll have funds allocated to you.
Thanks. Once we know what's out there, I'll let you know.